Have you guys ever noticed that, like, as soon as you're happy again, right? As soon as your life is back together and in a great place, that ex-boyfriend or girlfriend tries to come back into your life, or that person that you had a little thing with tries to approach you again. It's almost like they have a radar, right? Let's get into this topic about my personal story time about my exes and how they try to creep back into my life.
Maybe it's 'cause we're young, got time and we're wasted, got no plans for the night. I love how you look at me, feeling low, nothing to lose.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new around here, welcome. In just a moment, I will get into the story time, but first, I want to recommend that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell when you subscribe. That way you will be notified first when I post a video. Also, I would like you to leave a comment about any experiences that you can relate to as I talk about this topic, and just let me know. So let's communicate and let's grow and learn from each other. Without further ado, let's get into this topic and this story time. To be honest with you guys, I don't have that many exes, being that I haven't been in many serious relationships in my life. However, I was in about one to two maybe serious relationships before I actually got into the best relationship of my life that I am in right now. The first person that I met, let's call him Person A. Person A, we met through online, and he didn't treat me in the way that I truly deserve to be treated. I went above and beyond for him, and I'm not trying to make myself sound like a saint. Like, of course there were things that I probably could have done better, but he was like, you know, not who I was deserving of. So I eventually moved on from him, and honestly, it kind of like fizzled out. Like, we never really said, okay, it's over, but it kind of fizzled out and went away. But before that happened, we would like go on and off again. Like, we're together, we're not together, we're talking, we're not talking. He's not doing what I would want him to do, or I'm not doing what he would want to do, I guess. But yeah, it just kind of went back and forth like that for a while. So lo and behold, on one of those times when we were off, when we were not talking, I get a message on like Skype Messenger or something like that from Person A, and this person would say, okay, well, I'm sorry. And this is what really irked my nerves, right? He would say, I'm sorry that you felt this way, that I treated you this way, but not like, it's like a backwards kind of apology. But of course, I still loved him at the time, so I took him back, and then there was a whole cycle again of him acting a mess. So that was Person A. Person B. This person was like, honestly, we weren't really in a relationship, so to speak, but we were like close. So this person was like, I guess you can call it a situationship. I don't know. But anyway, this person, we knew each other very briefly, but we kind of became acquainted with each other very quickly. So we liked each other, obviously. We were attracted to each other. And so he was very persistent in getting to know me more, when I was like, kind of like, I'm not really feeling you like that, you know? But he really wanted to get to know me, so we got to know each other a little bit better, and that was that. But the thing about him was that, fast forward to maybe like 2020, this person B tried to contact me again via my Facebook. And ladies, I'm sure you can relate and know what I'm talking about. When these dudes are like, okay, I'm just checking in to see how you're doing. Oh, are you doing okay? When really they just want to know if you're available, or if they want to get to know you, right? What I did was, I ignored that message. Lo and behold, then he texts me and messages me that way. And I'm like,
okay, well, I'm actually living in Tennessee now, and I have a boyfriend who I'm very happy with. Hint, hint, go away, right?
But he didn't abide by it, okay? So When someone tells you that they're in a relationship, respect that and walk away. Do not try to sabotage it. Do not try to come between it. If two people are truly happy, let them be, leave them alone. That is common sense, but some people I feel honestly do not care. And so I bring this all up to say, and to ask you guys this question. Do you think that you should ever, in any situation, take an ex or someone who you were in a situationship, right? Should you ever take them back? For me, this is a complicated question because it depends, I think, on the ex and what kind of situation you had with them or with the situationship person, right? If this wasn't something that you can see potential or that maybe they grew over this time and maybe they are a better person, then maybe you might take them back. For me, no. Not only because I'm in a much better position and with a much better person right now, but I would never really take them back because they are just not for me. Another point is that this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so easy to say, well, that person was a bad person. This person is so much better for me. But we all have to remember that no one is perfect. We all have our good and bad sides, our good and evil, whatever the case may be. And we just have to remember that maybe that person just wasn't meant to be with you. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad person. It just means that they weren't for you, right? And when we look at it from that perspective, I feel like it makes it easier to move on to someone who is for you and best for you. With person B, my sister actually had to intervene, and it was a whole thing in which, like, okay, he was blocked and that was the end of that. Now that I'm with the love of my life, hi honey, I can honestly say that for me, I would not take an ex back. I would not even talk to the person to give them the opportunity to be tempted to do anything with this person, because honestly, ladies and gentlemen, when you tempt yourself, right? When you put yourself in that position to be tempted, it's so much easier to fall and do something that you will regret, right? So make sure that you are not giving into these messages that people send you, or even strangers, or putting yourself in a position in which you can possibly hurt someone that you love. That is my number one tip for this story time, and I hope you take something from it that will help you as well. What did you think of this story? I know it was a combination of like different story times, but I think it's such an important message to talk about. And if you can relate to anything that I said, or have you ever been in a situation in which an ex tried to get you back into a relationship with them, and how did that turn out for you? If you don't mind sharing, go ahead and leave something in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this with self-love and relationship advice. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video.